And how's it going, everyone? This is Haris Kruskic, BR Live's combat sports reporter, and today I'm here with Sonny Kiss of All Elite Wrestling. Sonny, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I appreciate the mic. I appreciate the headphones. You look very, very professional.
I got my PS4 headphones. Don't mind me.
What PS4 games are you playing?
GTA 5, Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, the Call of Duty, all the stuff everybody plays.
Very
all the good stuff. The Sims 4, a bunch of stuff.
Great. I mean, great time, especially with everybody mostly indoors, so that's good. So this Wednesday, Fight for the Fallen. You take on Cody for the TNT Championship in the Open Challenge. We'll get to the match. Before we get to the match, I would like to talk about the charity initiative going on with Fight for the Fallen. What does it mean to you to be a part of this event that is partly for charity as well?
It's amazing to me. I'm all about giving back to the community, and AEW has always been about the community. So I'm just glad to be a part of a company that's putting the people first.
Absolutely. So this Wednesday, you're taking on Cody. It's the first time that you will be competing for a championship at AEW. What are your emotions heading into it? How do you feel?
A lot of jitters, but I'm really good. I feel every emotion you probably could think of that's, related to someone having a big moment. Last year, I had a moment at Fight for the Fallen as well, but this it doesn't compare to this year's Fight for the Fallen. It's a huge, huge, huge opportunity for me, and I'm so excited. I can't even fathom this.
Well, I was going to ask you about last year's Fight for the Fallen. I know you choreographed your entrance with the Jacksonville Jaguars cheerleaders. Can we expect anything this time around too?
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I might pull a couple of, tricks. We'll see. Maybe.
All right. Keeping something up your sleeve. Well, tune in on Monday and you'll see. Something I saw on Twitter the other day, Cody said that you have the strongest legs on the AEW roster. What does that mean? Well, I didn't really know why he brought that up.
So I think the first time he noticed it is when AEW did like a fitness shoot. I think it was myself, B, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Britt. It was really, really awesome. But yeah, I was doing like box jumps or whatever, and in the picture, Speedy captures me in like mid motion, and you see like my legs, I guess, and he's just like, "Wow, Sonny has really great legs." So ever since then, he's always talking about my legs. So yeah,
that's hilarious. Tell me about Joey Janela. You guys recently formed a partnership together. What's working with Joey Janela like?
Amazing. I learned so much from Joey. We've driven together for many, many years on the indies. And it's just great that now we get to do this together on a major platform. Working with him it's just awesome. Like having someone like have your back and really push for you to do well. Like you can't, there's nothing better than that. So yeah.
And what was that conversation like when you guys finally decided, like, you know what, this would be good for the both of us if we kind of join forces?
Well, actually, it was supposed to happen in Newark. Unfortunately, obviously, due to our current climate, that wasn't able to happen. But I think just over time, like I think that it was kind of like, well, we're still gonna make that happen, just because we have a very authentic, genuine connection. I'm not sure if you've seen the vignette, but all of that stuff is just who we are. That's us. So there wasn't anything about that was fabricated. Like there was nothing that was fake. It was completely just us being us, and it just works. So.
What's the best Joey Janela story you have? Because he seems like quite the character.
There's a lot, but I mean, it's nothing really funny or anything like that. It's just kind of like awesome. Like, so Joey and I actually have a lot in common, a lot more than people think. So riding together, and listening to Limp Bizkit, Creed, and Crazy Town on the way to Canada is probably my favorite moment of us together. So yeah.
Very nice. Last year, we were at All Out, and afterwards, he hosted, I believe it was called Janela Palooza.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you were a part of it or not, but I guess it was some like post party that he was having. And I was asking around, I was like, is media invited to this? I'd love to go. And Tony Khan responded to all the media and said, you're free to come, but it might not be your scene. So yeah. I didn't really know what he meant by that. I assumed it got pretty wild and hectic. But sounds like
that's funny.
So you mentioned Newark. I know you are a Jersey native. What's become kind of a recurring segment in this series is I'll ask people about their hometown, and they just kind of describe, what their favorite parts about it are and what they would recommend to other people who go there. So what would you say about Jersey City, New Jersey?
Jersey City, New Jersey is home. I don't live there currently, but it's home and it always will be. And it's so great to always be back there. Jersey City is very diverse. I think it's one of the most diverse cities in America. I'm saying I'm think based on facts. But it's very diverse. It's so much. There's so many amenities. I think that you can just kind of like, sink your fingers into. It's awesome. I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird. It's just because I lived there for so long. It's just like, well, like what exactly do you talk about? What exactly do you explain about Jersey? But yeah, there's so many awesome restaurants. There's like huge parks. There's a lot of different stuff. Like it's a really good place to raise your family, I'd say.
Very nice. I mentioned the choreography that you did last year for your entrance. How did you get into dance choreography?
So I got into dance as a kid. I've always loved it. It's just always been something that, I just gravitated towards, like when I would, watch TV or MTV or whatever, and BET and VH1, and I would see like, pop and like hip hop and, R&B music videos, and I would emulate like Britney Spears and Usher and NSYNC or whatever, and I would just think that it was like the coolest thing. So eventually that let me into dance school when I was in like middle school. Then I went to performing arts high school. And I transcended from dance to wrestling just naturally, just because I've always been a fan of both. So
very nice. So how did you kind of approach that conversation last year? Did you just go to the VPs or Tony and say, hey, I'd love to choreograph with the cheerleaders. How do I go about this?
Well, okay, so I actually initially asked for that like months prior. It was kind of like one of those things where it was like, okay, like I want to be introduced in like this really cool way. I have this dance background. I know I can do something fun and unique, and I think it'll be really, really cool. So yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, can we allow this to happen? It didn't really get approved until 4 days prior to Fight for the
Wow.
Flag. So I scrammed to choreograph this routine. I mean, it was pretty simple, so it wasn't really too hard. And they're professionals. The girls killed it, clearly. So, they were professional about it. We only had 30 minutes to rehearse that. So, yeah. Well, we made it happen. They all approved of it. They all trusted me with that, and I was very grateful. And they were very gracious, and I'm very happy. And maybe one day you'll see it again.
I mean, well, hopefully Wednesday we see something. You keep teasing something, so we'll see Wednesday, 8 p.m. AEW Fight for the Fallen. Sonny Kiss, I appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, 8 p.m. TNT Fight for the Fallen. Everyone watch Sonny Kiss make an entrance. See, now what you've done is you've kind of teased it so much that people are expecting something, and now you kind of have to follow through.
We'll see.
Alrighty. Fight for the Fallen this Wednesday again on TNT. Thank you, Sonny, so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.